Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre wants you to know that the economy is in a better place than it has been historically.
What I'm trying to say to you is that the economy is in a better place than it has been historically. And so we feel here at this administration, and other experts as well, is that we feel that we are in a good position to take on inflation. We are in a good position to really start really working on.
Before the live stream starts, I just want you to watch my reaction and response to that video.
What I'm trying to say to you is that the economy is in a better place than it has been historically. And so we feel here at this administration, and other experts as well, is that we feel that we are in a good position to take on inflation.
Well, I'm glad you and your politician friends are in a good place to take on inflation, because most working class Americans aren't. But congrats that you are. That's cool. People about to retire who can't touch their 401ks because the stocks are too low, they would probably disagree with you. Young adults who are in unfathomable amounts of debt and don't even know what it's like to have a conversation with another business person without a Zoom call would probably disagree. But that's cool. You, Biden, and the bankers and whatever are in a good place to take it on. Hopefully the stocks go back up and the gas goes back down. But if this is your reaction to what's going on right now, I'm not sure if you guys even... Hey, what's going on, guys? So I have a few clips to play, a few interesting stuff. I really want to talk about how economists and experts gaslighted us for 2 years saying inflation's not going to come. Experts say inflation's not going to come. There's no way. That's crazy. And then it's coming, and now they're like lying about it. It's ridiculous. But before I get to that little clip I made, I want to talk about that's White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre. Don't mess that up, folks, or else she'll be called a xenophobe. No, I'm just kidding. But jokes aside, she came out and was like, the economy's better than it has been historically. It's like, probably it's better than it was in the 1800s, 1900s. Technically, it depends what part of the economy you're looking at. It's better than the past now. But as far as like how people are dealing with it, you see the smugness of this woman, God bless her soul, but she's just like, we feel comfortable dealing with it. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad that you and Biden and all your little elite friends feel really good about dealing with it, because, when the price of gas goes up and the price of meat goes up and people's wages are pretty stagnant and supply chains are down, the average person doesn't feel that way, but I'm glad you're on television saying how great you're dealing with it. I want to play this little clip first because I'm going to play another clip of her, but I want to talk about how they're finally admitting, the World Bank and a bunch of these experts and elites are admitting that inflation will be a problem, and it is a problem, and they were not admitting this for a long time. I made this little compilation. Check it out. So I guess the World Bank is officially seeing stagflation as a danger, cutting our global growth outlook. They're finally admitting inflation is a problem. I remember this article from just a few months ago in November 2021, CNBC. Ignore hysterical people, inflation not here to stay, economist says. Man, it's crazy how the economists and experts are just wrong all the time. And here's an article from January. Why did almost nobody see inflation coming? And I want you to notice that it says January 17, 2022, which is before the invasion of Ukraine, because they're going to use that as an excuse as the entire thing. Oh, that's all it is. No, they admitted that inflation was here and quote unquote nobody saw it coming a month before. I'm glad I found that article from January of this year saying, why did nobody see inflation coming? I wonder, maybe everybody's lying in unison. I don't know. But, they blame the invasion of Ukraine. And I'm not saying that didn't affect gas prices, etc. A little bit, obviously, or a lot of it in some cases. But, a lot of this started seeping in January. And a lot of these experts were finally admitting they were wrong in January, a month before the invasion of Ukraine. So although that's a part of it, it's not the entire story. And the gaslighting, okay, in 2020 and 2021, they printed trillions of dollars. I think tens of trillions of dollars if you combine Trump in 2020, Biden in 2021. You had supply chains shut down for months, in some cases years. They never got back to normal. You had all sorts of economic infringements while they're giving everybody $1,600. And then economists and experts and politicians look you in the eye on television or look you in the eye on the internet, wherever you're watching them, and they say, inflation's not going to come. That's those kooks. That's those right-wing kooks talking about inflation. It's fine. And then as it seeps in, then they're like, I wonder why none of the experts could see this coming. Either we're run by pathological liars that are just pathologically lying to us. I think that's it. or we're run by the stupidest people on earth, which also could be true. I'm kind of torn. I think more pathological, but maybe they're just really dumb. I don't know. Because any like average Joe that doesn't even have a high school math education could put together like, well, printing tens of trillions of dollars, shutting down supply chains. What do you think's going to happen? You can't just shut down business, shut down commerce, shut down travel, shut down supply chains, print trillions of dollars, hand funny money out to everybody, hand big pharma a bunch of money so they can oppress us and call us conspiracy theorists with their media friends, and then say, that's not going to impact inflation or the economy at all. It's like either they are pathologically lying to us or they're stupid. Let me know in the comment section. Do you think they're dumb or are they just lying? Because it's like, oh, we just didn't know. I mean, who could have saw that coming? Are these the type of people that like crap their own pants and just thinks their poop don't stink? Is that what type of people they are? They just poop their pants. They're like, who brought the roses into work today, huh? And everyone's like, dude, it smells like literal shit. Like, can you just go to the bathroom? And he's like, no, I'm an expert. I'm an economist. I'm a fact checker. Fact check. It smells like roses in here, and I'm gonna fire you if you disagree. And they're like, dude, it's okay. Everybody makes mistakes. I know you're an economist. I know you won a Nobel Peace Prize because you're friends with Jeffrey Epstein or something. I know you work for these bigwig, people, and they put you at the White House. I know you're a special boy. I get it, but you pooped your pants. No. I don't know what you're talking about. I just brought fragrance in. I brought some Lysol for everybody. It's like, get over yourself. Here's another clip of Karine Jean-Pierre just being very smug, but it's okay. It's a tough job. I feel bad for her that she has to her and Jen Psaki, although I don't like either of them, the fact that they have to cover for Joe Biden, that's like the worst job in the world. You want to talk about racism all the time? It's like, what's more racist than putting this woman in a position to make excuses for Joe Biden? She's like, this lady's been fighting white supremacy her whole life, according to her recent interviews, but the one thing she can't do is put herself in a position where she doesn't have to make excuses for the worst white person in the country. Whatever. Here she is.
That 83% of people polled by the Wall Street Journal say the economy is poor or not so good.
So when it comes to consumer confidence, is what you're talking about there, we know that can reflect concern and uncertainty about higher prices. People feel the effect of high prices when they go to the grocery store and they feel they're up their gas tank, which the president understands very personally when he was growing up, and understanding how when prices elevate even just a bit, how much that can hurt a family, how much that can really affect someone's household. But the fact is, we are in a fundamentally different place compared to when the president took office and compared to this time a year ago. And so, during this presidency, people felt uncertain about the economy generally, but they actually felt as good about their personal financial situations as they ever have, according to the Federal Reserve survey, with nearly 80% of adults reporting that they are financially comfortable. So that matters as well.
Can I see the Federal Reserve survey? The bankers took a survey and have determined that 80% of Americans feel better than ever. Really? The Federal Reserve takes surveys now? Maybe that's true. Maybe I'm just living in a fantasy reality. I'm doing better than I've ever done in my life. I'm more financially stable over the last couple of years than I've ever been. I'm actually okay. I'm feeling it very strongly, especially with the stocks and stuff. I went to invest and try to have, some stuff. I'm feeling it. I'm not in a better place than I was a year ago. I don't know a single person I've talked to that's like, yeah, I'm financially better than I was a year ago. I don't know one person, literally, in my entire life, whether it be this person, rich, middle class, average, working class, retired. I don't know one person that's like, yeah, this is better than it was a couple of years ago. Maybe it's true though. I don't know. Maybe the Federal Reserve is taking the most trustworthy polls. Oh my goodness, it's just ridiculous. But I wanted to talk about, someone said the gas price is going up in Tennessee. I saw one of the comments. They want to switch people to electric, and they, I believe, are purposely sabotaging gas. I don't think it's a mistake. I don't think it's random. I think they don't want gas around, and they want people to go to electric for many reasons, and they're sabotaging it purposely, in my opinion. Someone said this is great. Well, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate it. I like to think I'm great too, but sometimes I have to self-reflect and get better. Let's read some comments. I'm only going to read a few, and I'm going to cut this under 15 minutes so it's a little shareable. Let's see. Someone said my gas is $6. Yeah, it's insane. But do you guys remember, this is like a crazy like psyop too. So when Trump was in office in March, April, do you remember when gas was like $0? Literally, it's like, oh, the supply chains are so bad that it costs more money to transport gas. So they were basically giving gas away like 2 years ago. This is just how loopy the world is. You could Google articles where they're like, we're giving gas away. We don't have anywhere to put it. The supply chains are messed up. Gas was at like an all-time low during the pandemic. It crashed. And there were reports that it was literally more expensive to like give away than it was to just, you get what I'm saying? And now it's just like at record highs, from can't give, you don't think they could have stocked up? I mean, I think Trump did a little bit, but now, all this stuff with Russia, now, Biden's flying over to Saudi Arabia. Are you going to wear your pride flag? Are you going to wear, this is more of like a tie-dye, it's not a rainbow shirt, but, you're going to wear your pride flag over in Saudi Arabia, Joe Biden, when you go to, negotiate oil prices? Oh, you're not going to wear your Pride Month little flag in Saudi? No? You're not tough and brave over there? No, you don't want to get exiled or hung in the street? Oh, good for you, Joe Biden. I'm glad you just act like America is such a terrible place or something. It's like, oh man, America hates gay people, but now I'm going to go over to Saudi Arabia and keep all my rainbow stuff there so they don't hang me in the street. It's like, never mind. It's just like unbelievable. 688 in Los Angeles. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Someone said California has brownouts and imposes higher rates usage during prime hours. How in the world are they going to charge millions of cars each night? That's a really good point, Kathy. God bless you. Really good point. So in California, I believe they got rid of a lot of nuclear, which is stupid because that's good energy. And then they're trying to phase out a lot of gas stuff. And now we're having millions of blackouts and brownouts because they didn't rebuild the power grid as quick as they took it down. There's an old saying, you don't want to tear down you don't want to tear something down if you can't build something better. So you have to be very careful about what you're critical of and what you're knocking down. And that's really the Democrats. They're trying to knock down the country, the Constitution, the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, nuclear power, which is actually really good compared to other ones. But they don't have the technology or I would say ambition / business savviness / energy, availability to build what they're knocking down. So in California, they're knocking down old energy without building new energy fast enough. And that's what you get, millions of blackouts and brownouts because these people are dumb. On a good note, before I leave, I just want to say there were a few positive things yesterday. I believe in the election. Chesa Boudin, who is the son of 2 Jewish terrorists. I saw that they're like, one of them's in prison for life. One of them just got out, the mom. But, they did some crazy like left-wing Marxist terrorist attack when they were younger. And everybody says, I need to like verify this so I don't get a lawsuit in the mail. But, word on the street has it from a lot of people that, Soros invests in a lot of DAs, and Chesa Boudin was one of them. Allegedly, I'm not trying to get sued. But in general, he was recalled last night. So even the progressive left-wing city of San Francisco that is super left-wing is even rejecting far-left prosecutors, or DAs rather, whatever the hell is Chesa Boudin was. I'd have to look it up. I think I said it right. But even they don't want the crime, the theft, and the filth of the cities. And that's pretty good, in my opinion, that they are rejecting the far left guy in San Francisco. That's good progress. That's real progress. Progressives are always going back in time and saying it's progress. That's real progress. And I don't know, I have to look again, but it looked like Rick Caruso was going to win as mayor of Los Angeles, or at least get the top spot. And, I don't know all his policies and stuff, but I do know Rick Caruso owns a lot of some of the best property in Los Angeles, like the Grove. They're saying he used to be a registered Republican. I'm not saying you should fully trust Rick Caruso. I'm sure he'll be just another politician, and he did register as a Democrat. I'm sure he's got a lot of Democrat friends, but anything's better than Eric Garcetti, and I think at least Rick Caruso, when it comes to Los Angeles, he understands like cleanliness, he understands safety, like his properties are clean, nice, safe, meticulous, and I think he's getting just like straight up annoyed and disgusted by these idiot Democrats who are running the city into the ground. And if you have properties in Los Angeles, like at a certain point, I understand why you'd step up and be like, why don't I just run for office? Because you guys are putting my property value down. You guys are making people leave the city. Like, it's not good for me. So, you know, I don't think he's like the most trustworthy person. I'm sure he's going to do a lot of shady stuff in office. But, you know, Eric Garcetti set the bar so low. I think that that's two, you know, positive things in that election. As far as Gavin Newsom, it looks like he's going to win re-election, which is just shocking. I mean, it's just crazy that so many people like that guy. But at least San Francisco and LA look like, you know, they've gotten so far towards Sodom and Gomorrah that people are starting to reject it. But, you know, maybe I'll do another stream on that. Let's keep this one simple. Biden and the economy. They think the economy's in a better place than it has been historically. And if you're suffering this economy, don't worry, because they feel comfortable with dealing with inflation. So that's always nice. I don't feel so comfortable about inflation because it's creeping me out. But it's good to know that all the elites and the bankers and the Federal Reserve polls say that we're doing great, because I don't see it. But, you know, if you can't trust the Federal Reserve, who the heck can you trust, right? God bless you guys. Have a beautiful day. Feel free to share this video if you'd like. Subscribe on any website. And I have a Telegram. It's t.me/dreamrarechat. or Dream Rare Chat. If you go to Telegram, you can get a notification to try to catch a live stream, because the Lord knows that, you know, Facebook will not send out every notification. It's all gravy. Appreciate you guys. Have a beautiful day, and feel free to watch this video back if you missed